So look who's back.
I'm in Melbourne.
Back in Melbourne.
That's good.
Yeah.
I stood in the corner for 2 months and now I'm good again.
So, you know, back in action, as the saying goes.
Banana, born. Banana. That's me. No, it's actually mostly angry.
Yeah.
I'm more ding when Tinkerbell does her little magic like this. Turn the page.
That is the product of a particular age. The Disney books with the record that were out when we were kids.
An original Disney long playing record.
You get a little picture book, and it'd have a 7-inch 45 RPM in it, and it would because if you're too fucking stupid to read or something, and if your parents hate you too much to read to you, which is why we both know about these, and why do you do the stuff you do? Did you have a damaged childhood? No, shut up!
No, shut up! Shut up! My childhood was a place of candy and joy. Oh, it hurts even just to say
it. So this book, the record would tell the story, and there was a thing that said, turn the page when Tinkerbell rings her little bells like this.
Right, so she'd be fucking giving it a bit of and then reading.
And just as a side note, for everyone who wants to go, Tinkerbell's cute. Tinkerbell was a fucking sociopath who tried to murder Wendy. Okay?
Yep.
Tinkerbell was fucked ass.
Tinkerbell be a jealous bitch. That's what Tinkerbell was.
There's jealousy, and then there's murdering psychopath.
Yeah. Right?
And Tinkerbell was fucked up.
Yeah, and everyone knew that fucking Peter had it for Wendy.
Yeah.
Or Tink knew. That's for damn sure.
You know, forever young. He wasn't...
This one's for you, Tink.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Peter Pan, when he's saying he was the boy who never grew up, he was a fucking teenager though, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
So, the boy who never got out of his hormonal stage.
That's right. Like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Though I can thank Kima for that.
Yeah, Peter Pan, walking around with a constant erection.
Like me. Oh, no, that's because I'm a pervert.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, hey, look, the Oh My Gok posters. That campaign surprised me on a number of levels.
You did too.
I mean, an absolutely flamboyantly gay Asian man in, let's face it, a country that's got some really redneck tendencies.
You know what, though? This is bizarre, and I'm just going to put this in and let it go. Australia is way less homophobic than our American friends.
I think the things with both the homophobia and general bigotry and racism is it's different. Everyone tries to say, is this country more or less racist or bigoted than my country? And
it's different. Yeah.
It's different. Some countries are similar, and we have elements that Americans would recognise and that Brits and other Europeans would recognise, but it manifests differently. So if you just see it pop out, for instance, like John Oliver did when he visited Australia and he happened to be in Sydney, and he found it humorous how laser focused the racism he was seeing was, because it's all aimed at the lebs.
The lebs.
And he's going, really? You're that precise in your racism?
Oh, fuck it.
You've got the entire world to be racist towards, and you just want to pour it all onto the lebs.
That is very Australia, though.
It's very Western
someone's
fucking
turn, and you're it, motherfucker.
Oh, dear.
And when it's your turn, look out.
Yeah. So, he just kind of found it humorous that the racism was that laser focused.
Yeah, right.
But it's different is what I was. But yes, it's not just, look, if a cutting edge fashion label used a Gaysian promoter, that's not going to surprise me.
No, it's not.
But this is Target, a suburban, very pedestrian thing, and they've gone, how can we get our suburban crowds excited about Target? And we will bring in a really exuberant gay Asian fashion designer and get him to say how awesome it is.
I can see a couple of pluses there.
I can see a heap of pluses in there. I'm just mildly surprised by it.
Well, do you want to go through your pluses? And I'll go through my pluses because they're little. A lot of these same suburban women go to the hairdresser to look pretty for the event. right? And when they want to be special pretty, they go to the expensive hairdresser, which has got the Gaysian in it.
Yeah.
And after they get Gaysian hair, they come out looking real pretty. Yeah? So, Target, being fucking enormous, will have done a bit of research on this.
Yeah.
And will have gone, actually, you know what? We want these chicks to pull pretty, so we'll get the same Gaysian that does her hair to do her clothes, and she'll go, actually, fucking I want to be that.
Yeah.
I want fucking Paul or Poiter, which is the only two names in Australia. Proper Australian names. Oh, that or Connor. We could go through all these, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Peter, Paul, or Connor to fucking look at me again. I've had 3 of his fucking kids, so maybe we can make another one. But he's got to look at me.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah. And because Target's advertising has always been our shit is cheap.
Yeah.
And they've gone, okay, we've actually got that thoroughly embedded in people's heads, our shit is cheap. And now they've gone with our shit is exciting and will make you look pretty. And who can you trust? You can trust a Gaysian.
Well, you sort of can, actually. They do sort of tell the truth.
And
yeah, kind of real. When a Gaysian hairdresser says, "Oh, this is a mistake," you go, "Oh."
And he hasn't even Angloed his name either, which is the other bit that I find interesting.
Yeah.
So Gokwan is out there telling you how to look fabulous, and he even uses the oldest joke ever. Seriously, when I was in primary school, and this is when we were studying how to make fire. The wheel was for the advanced classes.
You were a couple of years ahead of me.
Yeah. And we made the joke that
we were into stick identification.
Yeah, it's not Target, it's Target.
Target.
And that's everyone's favourite joke about Target. No, it's the French fashion designer Target.
Yes, I had a meal at the Plastic Golden Arches, then I went to Target, but realised that what I really wanted was at Saint-Vincent de Paul. If I remember the joke correctly. Yes.
Yes, we are gonna bloody thrift shop it up there.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so I believe Melbourne knew you were coming back today, AIDzee. This is the most Canberra-like weather we've had in weeks.
I was on it in the plane on the way in because it bounced a little bit.
I was about to say, it was borderline delaying flights today. It's very windy.
Not borderline. We were up in the air for an hour and a half.
They said, we don't want to land. Those crosswinds will fucking kill us.
Well, they said the weather has delayed flights. The tower has let us down somewhat. And I thought, maybe the tower is trying to keep you alive.
Yeah, maybe the tower knows what they're talking about.
And when we were coming in, the planes were all stacked up. Like they were landing 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think the tower was pushing it. To get them down, but the wind was a little bit crosswind. And I was talking to the guy next to me, and we had, the bloke was a captain and the chick was the first officer, and I was going to him, I hope they give it to her to land, because if they do, it'll be smooth. If it's him, he'll do the whole, I used to be in the RAAF and we'll slap her down, she'll be right. Do
the Macho Man landing.
Right? I don't want the Macho Man landing, I want her to go, oh, it's a very expensive plane and they've given me the responsibility, so I'm just going to pop it down gently. I tell you what, in mining companies, those big fuck-off trucks that they use, they prefer women drivers.
Yeah.
Because they treat the machines gently, they actually service them when they're supposed to, and they don't... they don't fuck around with millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of equipment. Young blokes crash them all the time and don't give a shit, which is not cool.
Yeah, so I have to admit it being a bit of a boy thing when you've got anything. It's like, oh, what can I fucking do with this?
Yeah.
Does it blow up? Does it smash stuff?
Yeah, how quick does it go? Can you do 150 in it? And like, it's bigger than a house, right? You could take a city block with it. It's huge. Anyway, so this plane has crabbed it in because the wind is really vicious, and we're sort of looking out one side of the plane and we can see the runway. Okay, so when that's happening, you know, well, okay. And then she's put it down on one wheel, slapped it straight and greased it on, and we're all going, that's a bit alright actually. Yeah. She's done a good job of that. That's actually alright. The most of the Virgin pilots will fucking bring it in hot, quick, and nasty. They just slap these things down on the runway.
Yeah, so you got in safely, but Jesus, it's like fucking cold this morning. Far more so. We've had in Melbourne the mildest winter I can remember. I've been here 15 years, and this would probably be the mildest winter. In fact, I think the record books say it's the warmest winter on record from 150 years of records.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. Sadly, I've missed it.
Yeah, you were actually in Canberra with sub-zero temperatures every night.
Sub-zero temperatures, and it fucking snowed.
Oh,
2 days ago. And snow's only romantic if you hate people.
Yeah.
Because snow is cold and wet, and that's all it is.
Especially if you have arthritis.
Oh, don't even.
Yeah.
You can make a snowman out of it and make snowballs and you know, break people's faces. But after that, it's just cold and wet and a pain in the arse. And Canberra people don't like it.
So yeah, so just for one day though, like it's meant to be much better on the weekend. But it just greeted you with this blustery cold.
And the irony is, right, I got out of the plane, it was 10 degrees. And they were going, oh, it's quite cold and windy, it's 10 degrees. And I've gone, chortle.
Yeah.
What these people don't, of course, know is that I got on the plane at -4.
Yeah.
10 degrees even with a bit of wind is actually, you know, not too bad.
Yes, it's doable.
It's doable. It's doable.
Oh dear. Yeah. So, what about a gentleman running at high speed down the middle of the road? What's his story? He's a man on a mission.
He is a man on a mission, and
doesn't make a lot of sense, whatever the hell he's doing.
Maybe he's on a mission that's.
Oh, I see a tram coming.
Oh, right, he wants to catch the tram.
No, he's trying to catch a tram.
Yeah, that's a Melbourne thing.
He looked more than a tad crazy.
Well, I was going to say that, and
really,
I agree.
Really frenetically running.
I wondered if he was chemically assisted, and hence running.
I reckon just because he was going for a tram doesn't mean he wasn't chemically assisted. He certainly looked motivated. He's one of the most motivated runners I've seen for a while. That's, you know, one of those things where the only thought that he's capable of processing is there, now, move.
Running is good.
Running fast.
It's really cool.
Adrenaline, heavy breathing.
I could run all day.
Hyperventilating.
Yeah. Hyperventilation. Hyperventilation. It's so much fun.
Yes. So with taking AIDzee out to the wilds of bloody Preston and driving across town to get in there.
How nice is that? I've been driven across town with my huge backpack.
Yeah.
And that's not a lie. That's a real...
No, seriously, for people who know AIDzee, AIDzee Manky Cripple has got his little walking stick. He has been carrying a backpack which is the approximate size and weight of him.
Yeah, pretty much. It's actually been officially weighed because they wanted to see if they could get more money out of me. It's the backpack, large backpack is 23 kilos. The small backpack is 8 kilos. So it's 31 kilos, and for our imperial friends, that's getting on to 70 pounds.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was a bit of a shock to the system when I was dragging the thing around town. I was like, oh, okay, I can do this. Oh, it's designed for it. It's not. There's stitches ripping all over the fucking thing. It is so packed. Because I had to pack as much as I could of my life into that bag, because that's all I've got for the next week. Okay. If I can convince someone with a car,
if you're listening,
to help me move my shit with a trailer and or a ute, If I can dodge it up, right, I'll hire a ute and I'll drive it. I'm not supposed to drive.
Yeah. Although anyone we know in Melbourne with a ute or a small van or something, you know,
let us know.
Hit us up.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, and then I can get my fridge and my couch, and I don't know if I'm going to bring my bed. I might get them to get me a bed, and then yeah, I'll get my telly in there, and I'll get my desk in there, and I'll get my chair in there, and that's pretty much it, isn't it? I'm full then.
There's a chair in there. Yep.
Oh, there's soap people as well.
Yep. And we will have stories to tell.
Bloody oath.
And again, that's a very Australian thing. Particular generation.
Oh, I know, everyone knows that.
It's still running, of course. Play school.
50 years.
Yeah. So, yeah. So we will have many more stories to tell. We might sign off for now as we approach the real estate agent, where we're going to get keys for Yon AIDzee.
Keys for Yon AIDzee.
He's back on deck, and you'll be seeing more of him.
Fucking loving it.
Yes, back in the heart of where things actually happen, and it isn't a frozen hell.
Now, Canberra was lovely, mind you, and I appreciate my time there.
Yeah.
Nice to be home though. Says you're nice.
Yeah. Bye now.
You should subscribe and stuff.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.